So let's move on to our next part, that is joining of two independent sentences with semicolons and colons. So both the semicolons and the colons are effective ways to join two independent clauses to form a single sentence. And both semicolons and colons stand somewhat in between the full separation of a period and the close connection of a comma, right? So because in semicolon you have seen that there is a dot and a comma, right? So writer use semicolons and colons to show that two independent clauses are closely related. I mean, so close. In fact, that the writer didn't want to put them into two separate sentences, and nevertheless both semicolons and colons are like periods. Periods means full stops, in that they require grammatically independent clauses, right? So semicolons and colons can be used to join an independent clause with a dependent clause. For example, I finally found it right in front of me. So when you see the first part, I want to give you another example here also. I need to find their office, which is somewhere in the next block. So what did you find in both the example? The material to the right of the semicolon and colon is not an independent clause. Can you say right in front of me, what is that? It is not even a sentence, and which is somewhere in the next block. So therefore the use of semicolon and colon in these two cases are completely incorrect. Remember, when you are going to join them with two sentences, you don't want to use periods, you don't want to use coordinating conjunctions. How you're going to do that? You're going to use with semicolon and colon, and you need to remember that there should be a complete sense. The another sentence should be an independent sentence, right? So let's move on to the use of semicolons first. So semicolons are used to show that the second of two independent clauses follows from or is related to first independent clauses. Right, this section summarizes the three most common relationship between two clauses when you are going to use these. First is your cause and effect. For example, in the cause and effect, the second independent clause results from or is a consequence of first clause, like we did with so. The car had not been washed in months. There was a dirt clear up to the windows. And I have been on phone all day. My ear actually hurts. It rained all day. By evening, the streets were flooded. So what are you establishing here? In both the independent clauses you look at, second is the result of your first clause. So whenever you are using these kind of independent clauses and you are joining them together and you don't want to use any coordinating conjunction, so how you're going to join these, how you're going to show the connection between two sentences, you're going to use the semicolons. So whenever you are trying to establish a cause and effect relationship between two independent clauses, you are trying to put that information in a single sentence as a single idea. So there you have to use cause and effect, there you have to use semicolons. Now, generalization and for examples. The second independent clause here in these examples illustrate the point made in the first clause. As an example, baby giraffes are amazingly tall. So as an example, their average height is 6 feet. I'm really busy. An example, I can't even find time for lunch. Right, these two sentences are completely independent sentences. But to show a close connection between two sentences, I'm not using any kind of for example or generalization type for like this kind of words. So what I'm using, a semicolon. I'm trying to tell my readers that there is a connection between these two sentences, that I'm really busy. So what I cannot do when I'm busy, right? To show that connection, I'm using semicolon, and this is to say when, for example, I'm so busy, I can give time to my own children. So when you are giving a piece of writing for someone to read, he should maintain the connection between two sentences. So how can you do that? Either you use coordinating conjunction and a comma, or you put simply a semicolon. So let's move on. For telling your statement and then you are giving a response. When second independent clause is a response to what is said in the first clause, we are going to use then also. Getting a new car is out of question. We'll have to get along with our old one for a while longer. Yes, so when I as a speaker saying getting a new car is out of the question, you as a response, you are telling me we'll have to get along with our old one for a while longer. And for example, in the second sentence, we had dinner with some old friends last night. Yes, you are listening to me. As a response, you said it was too good to catch up on the news. So when you are making a statement and other person is making a response, how you are going to show while writing that response, you're going to put a semicolon, right?